Alright, what it do, y'all? This your boy Pat, and welcome to another episode of Let's Have This Conversation. If you've been online all week, you probably ran across a story about this woman, Amanda Hendrix. Around June 22nd, the story went viral of a woman named Jenica Church who, on March 28, 2026, went to Arby's as they were closing and put in a last-minute food order. Days later, she noticed a flare-up of sores forming around her mouth, to where she went to the hospital to get it checked out. That's when she was told the worst news anyone would want to hear. She had herpes. This frustrated Jenica because she didn't know where she came in contact with the disease. That was until she heard a rumor that this woman, Amanda Hendrix, who was working at Arby's at the time, was going around bragging about how she spit in Jenica's food. Now, hearing this, Jenica went to the police to where they did an investigation to where, according to sources, they obtained video footage of Amanda actually committing the act, to where when they interrogated her, she admitted doing it. Amanda has since then been arrested and charged with felony food tampering with the intent to injure. Now, ever since the story hit the internet, it's reignited the argument about last-minute food tampering. While many people argue that restaurants are obligated to serve customers until their actual closing time, others argue that this has made people feel entitled, and therefore disrespectful of a working crew that's basically tired and trying to go home for the night and rest up before doing it all over again. And when you look at it, both sides actually make a point, and they go as follows. The people who argue that you should be served right up until the final seconds are usually viewing the situation from a strict contract agreement. See, in their mind, if the sign says closes at 11 p.m., then those services are available until then. Even if you're showing up at 10:59 p.m., they still expect to be served because they're paying customers. And they're right. While that side sees the argument that way, the other side views it through the lens of basic social awareness and respect for labor. Because in their minds, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should actually do it. Because just think, 30 minutes ago, that restaurant probably shut everything down, cleaned up, and prepped for that morning shift. Now, you done came through the doors at the last minute wanting something, and now they have to go out their way to turn back on the equipment that has already cooled down, re-dirty things that were clean a minute ago, and refix things that they prepped up, depending on if it's just one of you or if it's a group of you coming in. Also, those employees probably just worked a grueling 8-hour shift or more, and now they have to work overtime because of you. This is when the disgruntled side of an employee starts to come out. So what do I think about the entire thing? Well, in my opinion, it's a lose-lose situation on both sides. For Amanda, she now faces jail time and a lifelong cloud of, oh yeah, you're that woman that spit in that one woman's food and gave her herpes, and this may impact her future employment. And for Jenica, because she so desperately wanted that Arby's food, despite the stigma of last-minute ordering, now she has a lifetime of herpes and has to go through life managing how she interacts with friends, family, and co-workers during outbreaks. See, this story is one of the main reasons I rarely eat fast food, let alone go to one when they're about to close. Not only because, in my opinion, it's rude, disrespectful, and half the time, people just flexing what they think is entitled power, but mainly it's because I know people like Amanda Hendrix exist in these environments, and the last thing I want to do is fall victim to that wrath. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments sections or email me in the description box below. I look forward to hearing your comments. But until then, this is your boy Pat saying, until next time.